guys, what's up? It's your girl Sarah back at again with another video. Now, this video was originally supposed to be me trying to add in colorful extensions, you know, like these kinds that you have to have like a professional thing to heat into your hair, like that kind of complicated stuff. But a lot of trial and error with that happened. Like, I tried to make one of them pastel purple, but I didn't have pastel purple dye, so I mixed it like blue and pink to make it, and then I added it to it, and then it looked not the color I desired, so I tried to remove it with Clorox. Don't judge me. I wasn't thinking at that moment. I was just panicking to get rid of the color. So then, you know, that ruined the hair extension. So I had to go get more, color it to an orange instead of purple. And then when I actually tried to put it in my hair, I couldn't. Because hair straighteners just, it can't do the job at all. So instead, I just cut off like that plastic part that you're supposed to like go into your hair. And I sewed it into a wig and some of my extensions. And right about now is when I'll show you my struggle with the hair straightener. Okay, now that, you know, our previously on has been finished, now the actual part of the video is I've decided I'm going to bleach little bits of my hair and color them whatever I decide to by the end of this video. What it's gonna be is I'm gonna bleach these parts first, you know, like even parts of like the front, and then if I come up with enough bleach, like at the end, like enough to do more, I'm going to also do these parts and add a different color onto those for maximum rainbow. And I'm gonna be using this Arctic Fox Bleach Please box thing. And at first when I saw it, I thought it was a box dye, but then I remember, like, first of all, like on the side it literally says it's 30 volume developer, so I was like, or 35, so I was like, okay, it's telling you what it is at least. And I remember for like when I had red hair to go to green hair, I used something of this like equivalent to this, but it was like a color off with a 20 volume developer, so I was like, let's do it again, but with a higher developer so it can actually make my hair light enough. In the box, we have the 30 volume, 35 volume developer, like liquid kind of thing. And then we have the cream bleach instead of a powder. I don't know. But we have it in this like little bottle here. And after reading the instructions, I realized something. In these instructions, and I'm pretty sure in all box bleach, like bleach, not box dye, like kind of stuff, it tells you like work from the tips and then to your roots, because your roots have more heat and develop faster. It also tells you to do it 3 days, like 3 days after you shower and all that. And it also literally says that don't condition your hair if you plan on putting color on it, or like it also tells you to not bleach your hair twice in one day. Literally, it tells you all of that in this paper. But from what I'm noticing from all Brad Mondo's bleach fail videos is that nobody pays attention to that. So Brad Mondo, if you're watching this, I actually read the instructions. Are you proud of me? So I got my mixing brush here that I got from Sally's along with everything else here, and foils here. So I guess now time to mix all the products in a time lapse. Stuff doesn't even feel like it's literally so hard to bring it out. It's not even a cream, it's literally the powder tried to mix with like something together, because I can see the little grainy bits in here of the actual bleach powder. So that's gonna be fun to mix. Stuff doesn't even feel like it's literally so hard to bring it out. It's not even a cream, it's literally the powder tried to mix with like something together, because I can see the little grainy bits in here of the actual bleach powder. So that's gonna be fun to mix. Yes, I'm wearing a mask because the smell of this bleach is literally making my eyes water. So literally, it would have been easier to mix the liquid with just the liquid, literally just the bleach powder instead of whatever the hell this consistency was. Like, I chose this because, you know, the measurements were already there for you. All you had to do was mix them together, so it was easier for me because I don't want to mess up in my videos, like in my previous videos, like I have before. I don't know what's worse, mixing this together or cutting onions. To be honest, I think they have the equal amount of making my eye, like the equal, you know what I mean, like the equal amount of making my eyes water. They're equals at this point. Before, like, you know, putting this bleach into my hair, like, obviously I know, like, bleach damages, but the thing that I'm afraid of is I've been growing out my hair basically all year. Like, my quarantine life has just been letting this grow out and heal. But, and while it's been healing, it's also my true, like, curl form has also been showing. And I'm afraid that if I bleach it, that part is just gonna, like, my curls is gonna turn into a wave like it did previously, like 4 years ago when I did it all blue, you know, like, that's the one thing I'm afraid of. But honestly, I'm willing to take that L so I can have colorful hair. After what felt like 2 billion years of mixing this together, I finally mixed it with minimal, like, you know, powdery chunks in it. Honestly, unless if you're looking for a vigorous arm workout, I ain't never gonna use this again. I'm just gonna do research on the measurements of actual powder and bleach, like the like stuff. I'm not using this again because my arm is literally sore. Now that I got some gloves on, let's get this started. Now that I've got my parting done while doing the bleach thing, like, I'm gonna split this into two, like put the bleach all over, then aluminum foil over, and then bleach here, aluminum foil, and the same thing on this side, so I can get my hair very saturated with as much bleach as possible. So that means it's time for a time lapse. Alright, so I finished it, and I'm noticing this is developing a lot faster. Like, I'm assuming, like, in the time I was applying this was applying. I'm freaking out over the fact that there's blue, but I'm also not that surprised because a few months ago, I just had regular blue semi-permanent dye over my black hair just for a tint. I guess it didn't completely wash off, but it doesn't really matter because we're going over it. I'm deciding I'm going over it with purple. So purple and blue mixed together, purple toned blue, so I don't really mind. Alright, so I finished it, and I'm noticing this is developing a lot faster. Like, I'm assuming, like, in the time I was applying this was applying. I'm freaking out over the fact that there's blue, but I'm also not that surprised because a few months ago, I just had regular blue semi-permanent dye over my black hair just for a tint. I guess it didn't completely wash off, but it doesn't really matter because we're going over it. I'm deciding I'm going over it with purple. So purple and blue mixed together, purple toned blue, so I don't really mind. I'm gonna let this sit for, like, I'm gonna look at it every 10 minutes to see, like, if it needs to be washed out, or I feel like this in about, like, maybe like 10 minutes actually needs to be washed out. But, like, I'm always, like, I'm gonna constantly be looking at it, see what needs to be washed out, and I'll let you know when I wash anything out. So its lightening process is kind of confusing me, but turns out both sides are very bluish. Because I was planning on doing this, like, half purple, half blue, and then this half yellow, half orange, but I guess I can't do that. So I'm doing it all purple. And this is the disaster that we have here. Wow! I think, you know what? I think I'm, like, being a little too sarcastic. Maybe it just needs more time to process. But at the same time, if I do, my roots might just fall to pieces. Because here's the thing, in the time lapse you clearly saw I went here and then here, but for some reason I think I'm now learning that I was supposed to let this completely process, wash it out, and then let my roots process after everything. Because that's what I'm understanding that I did wrong. Because, like, I'm going to wait, like, a few more minutes, and then I'm going to just completely wash it out. Because I think the roots have lightened way too much. And when I wash it out, and let's say the tip, like, here is not lightened enough, I'll just go again with bleach. No harm done. But the like, you know, I'm not going to let this sit for much longer. Alright, it's been about 5 minutes-ish. I'm going to wash it out and see what happens. Because I'm too afraid to leave this on for much longer. So I'm going to wash it out, show you what it looks like when it's wet, and then wait till it air dries, because I'm not about to put heat through it with blow drying it, and then you'll see what it looks like when it's dry. Now let's go for the maximum reveal of massive disappointment, another disappointment, more disappointment, woo, once again disappointment, and last but not least, disappointment number 4. So I'm washing it in the sink, and it's fine. I'll fix it, hopefully. So, not going as well as expected, but that's fine. Now that I'm blow drying it out, I think I didn't actually give it enough time to process, because now that I'm like at first this looked way too light and this looked dark. Sure, like, it still looks that way, but maybe if I've left it in a little bit longer, this would have been lighter and this would have been lighter, so it would have been easier to just light this. But now it looks like I have to separately go in, lighten this a little bit more, wash that out, and then lighten this a little bit more in different strands, and constantly do that. If I just went all, like, James Charles makeup tutorial fast while I was talking, but, you know, that's the speed that my brain was going, so I just went with that. But, this is what we're working with. I think this black strand kind of came in by accident from the back because there's no processing on that, so I need to, like, push that back, but, like, you know, it's for sure fixable. Like, my hair doesn't feel damaged, and it's not like it's splotty in the strand. It's just, like, it's, like, not like, oh, this is one color, this is one color, this is one color. Each strand, like, is, like, when you go down, it's all one color, but the problem is each strand are different colors, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna give this a little bit more time to properly, like, 100% dry, and then off camera, I'm gonna go into, like, a really zoomed in, like, mirror, rather than the mirror I have in my bathroom here, and, like, bleach the specific strands that need more lightening, and then, once that's all in, I will come back with an update. So, it has been a few days since, you know, the second bleach process, and it didn't really do that much in a sense. Like, my hair was still not, like, bits of green and orange and yellow. So it is a few days later, and I'm going in with another round of bleach, but not the same 35 volume developer. I put some conditioner in it, maybe I think turned it into like a 20 volume, because I know my hair is already damaged, and I don't need it to be lightened that much. I just need to get rid of the orange and green tones, so I figured like making the liner a little bit, I guess, like, I don't know what the word is, but you know what I mean. Like, I figured that would do what I wanted to do without it burning my hair off. So I'm gonna keep this, since it's a lower volume developer and it's not gonna burn my hair off, I don't have to be so scared about how long to keep it on for. So I'm gonna leave this on for 30 minutes. I guess in a sense, like, since it's only a 20 volume, this is like a bleach wash, I guess, but I don't know what actually is a bleach wash, but I'm gonna consider this it. But yeah, I'm gonna come back in like 30 minutes, wash it out, and see what happens. So it has been 45 minutes, and this is what it's looking like. From the roots, it's looking better than before, or maybe I'm just delusional and desperate for it to look good at this point. But I guess let's kind of take a little sneak peek at it and see if it's ready to be washed. To be honest, not yet. I'm gonna give it 30 more minutes, not 30 more minutes, lies, that's too much. I'm gonna give it like 20 more minutes, and then we'll see what it looks like. Actually, I'm gonna wash it out now because I'm afraid to leave it in for too long, so see what it looks like when it's wet. Alright, so I washed it out and blow dried it, and it's honestly looking better than when I first started. Like, still obviously there's some orangey green patches, but there's no more brown orange, you know? Like, obviously there's still like yellowish parts and green, but honestly what I feel like I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to Sally's, get a quick color remover that doesn't have any peroxide, ammonia, any of that stuff, and to just remove the green, because then hopefully maybe if I remove the green, then after a few days continuously wash my hair, it'll only the yellow will remain, the light yellow will remain, so that if I put the purple over it, the purple will cancel the yellow. So I've now gotten a color remover from Sally's that I already mixed and mixed and then put it in my hair. Now I'm just gonna let it sit for however long I think it needs, and I'm gonna wash it out and see what it looks like. So it's been about an hour that this has been in here, so I think I'm gonna wash it out now. So I just washed it and blow dried it, and this is what we're dealing with, or what I'm dealing with. And honestly, like, sure, it didn't make that big of a difference, but it made a pretty good deal of a difference in comparison to when I first bleached my hair and it was just orange and green everywhere. Now it's like yellow with some tints of green in some places, which is fine. Now once again, I'm going to give my hair a few days of a break, and then I'm gonna go in again with like a 20 volume to fully get rid of these greens and the like yellow, and try and make it as light as possible but not burn my hair off. So I'm not gonna bleach my hair another time because I'm afraid it might make my hair fall out, so I'm gonna admit defeat and just go for a green, even though I really wanted a purple, because I did a little strand test of the purple I wanted to use, and look at how beautiful the color is. But unfortunately I can't do this. So now I'm in a shirt that I couldn't really care less about. This is actually my hair dyeing shirt, which is why there's splatters of like yellow, orange, and all sorts of stuff on it. And so I made this green, like this kind of like seafoam green, but not really, using a little bit of Wondermint by Good Dye Young and Cowabunga by Good Dye Young. Now a time lapse of me putting the color in my hair. Alright, now I have the green in my hair. Now I'm going to let it sit for some time, and I'm going to wash it out, then show you what it looks like. So it has been like 2-3 weeks since I've actually had the green in my hair. This is like what it looks like. I'm on like my hair's messy right now, but this is what it looks like. And I have purposely been washing just these bits of my hair like every single day in the sink to have the green wash out, because I honestly don't like how it looks. But since it was October, but not anymore, I just, you know, let it stay in my hair rather than bleaching it away. And since I've been letting it fade, I think it is at a proper, I guess, fade out where I can put red on top of it, that let the red fade, and then finally put the purple on top of it. Alright, but before I mess up all of my hair, obviously I'm gonna do a little strand test where I just do this part of my hair, where if it ends up brown, that's fine, I can save the rest of my hair and put blue on it. And if it works, then I do it to the rest of my head. And my red hair dye here, along with some conditioner to mix in. So let's get in there. And honestly, it's looking very promising. I'm kind of surprised. I'm not going to include the rest in because, like, these gloves, since they're very big, I won't be able to hit the roots without touching the others. So I'm just going to throw these gloves out, wait a while, and see what it looks like. I've let it sit for a few minutes. Now I'm going to wash it out and see what it looks like. Oh, it turned into this weird copper looking color, which I don't hate, but I'm not too much of a fan of. So now on the other side, I'm going to do a strand test with purple and see what it looks like. And I got the purple with some conditioner in my glove. And oh, if you're wondering what hair dye brand I'm using Raw. You can find this on their website or in Hot Topic, but this video isn't sponsored by them. But anyways, let's get to applying the color. and hope it doesn't look like it's starting to look awful. I'm washing it out. It turns out the green is out of my hair, but the yellow is still in my hair, which made why I made this orange, and why adding the purple to it just made it look ugly. I'm gonna get the rest of this all red. Oops, hair dye on my arm, and then I will get back to you on what it looks like. So the parts of my hair are now completely drenched in red hair dye. So I'm gonna leave this in for 30 minutes, wash it out, blow dry it, and then show you what it looks like. And this will be the final look for the video. So this is what it looks like now. It's not exactly red, but like it's also like not orange. It's mainly red, like with a tint of orange, obviously because of the yellow that's still in my hair, but it's an interesting contrast with the red up here and then the green that's still in the tips of my hair. So, you know, that's, I guess, interesting, I guess. Like, I don't know. I quite like the results. It's better than what I was expecting, because when I thought I was gonna put the red over the green, I thought the green was gonna mix with the red and then turn to brown, but it's actually pretty nice. So I rate this a B. I've been an A+ if I was able to get the purple hair that I wanted. But I guess that will take time with constantly doing this red and then canceling out the yellow so that I can put blue on top of this and make it purple. So that's the end of this video. If you like the video or you like the result of the video, give it a thumbs up, and for more hair and makeup and other random content, subscribe. And oh, another plug, follow my social medias down in the description below, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!